I suppose next you're going to say you've got the inevitable... Did you have any Roxy music at all?
This box set.
Steve's Rare Beatles collection. It's immaculate condition. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. Cheers. Let's face it, Stevie, they hate your guts.
Hello folks, and welcome to Stevie's Vinyl Cupboard. And this is How Did Your Record Collection Grow Part 2. And this is about things I didn't mean to necessarily collect, but ended up collecting anyway.
Welcome to the studio. So, ELO, we started off with the Electric Light Orchestra, and I had a copy of Discovery. So just a nice simple couple of copies. So then that just balloons. You see ELO everywhere. Obviously I've got Out of the Blue, and don't want to blow I've got the box set. That was sort of club members only. I don't want to blow my own trumpet, but I've got the Filipino pressing there as well. So
with ELO, I didn't get ELO 2, still haven't got that one, 1973, or a New World Record from 1976. So what I did get is this box set, and this is the ELO fan club, and this had On the Third Day, El Dorado, and Face the Music. So that filled in a lot of gaps. Now, do I mean to be a completist with ELO? Anything before the early 80s would do, I think.
So that's ELO without literally making zero effort. So Japan is definitely something I didn't mean to collect. I mean, I think it was really listening to David Sylvian's Brilliant Trees on CD that got me back into him and got me more interested, started listening to Japan. So I haven't got Gentlemen Taking Polaroids or the first two. But I've got a couple of compilations and the live and 12-inch and some of the EP singles. So that's definitely something that's blossomed out of nowhere.
So again, with Japan, I didn't mean to collect them, but I've gradually got more into it and become a little bit of a fan. It's a very unique sound. They're a very unique band, I feel. And do I want to be a completist on them? There's no mad rush to be a completist, but yes, I think I do.
Did you have any Roxy music at all? I like Roxy, but no, I didn't. But
I did see this earlier in the year and sought out a first pressing, so decided to get that, and then
you got Roxy coming out of nowhere, haven't you?
Yeah. So a bit of Roxy going on as well.
So with Roxy music, again, it all started with that first pressing album, and I've got the last 4. So out of the 8 studio albums, I still need the second, third, and fourth. For Your Pleasure, Stranded from 73, and 74, Country Life. Do I want to be a completist? Well, I'm not in a rush to, but I think yes, I probably would.
Oh, Madonna, you kidding me?
So I saw this, and it was immaculate condition, get it? And I thought that would be maybe a good collection for one of the nieces, or I could get some more. So then I put together, saw this and put together this, thinking this would be a lovely little bundle for one of the nieces.
And were they interested, Steve?
No, they hate their
uncle. They hate their uncle. Yeah.
So with Madonna, I thought it would be quite a nice thing just to have little kind of collections of the odd things, and this would be good for the sort of nieces-in-law, although they're not interested at the moment.
Let's face it, Stevie, they hate your guts.
All right, get out.
But it might be a nice present for somebody, or it just might be a nice collectible, saleable bundle. So if those things like that come my way cheap, then it's quite nice to sort of have those little collections going, I think.
Oh, won't you please, Mrs. Robinson? Yeah, all right, sure.
So, so didn't have much Simon and Garfunkel. You're probably wondering what this was, and inherited this from Mum, I think. And it was, can you see that? The Top of the Poppers, sing and play Simon and Garfunkel, and that's really all I had. And then got an old knackered copy of the Graduate. So again, I didn't mean to collect them, but I watched this documentary and sort of started to get interested in Simon Garfunkel, and then before you know it, this lot turned up.
What's this? Wednesday morning at 3 a.m.
Shut up.
So Simon and Garfunkel, I don't necessarily think you need to be a completist on it, but I've got most of them there. I'm missing 1966 Sound of Silence, and I've got the the compilation Concert in Central Park, things like that. So I think that's actually enough, but I'll be a completist on the studio albums. Yeah.
So I listened to a lot of Neil Young online over the last decade or so, and bought an LP, and that really got me listening online to Bob Dylan. So I eBayed a couple of LPs, and again, most of this is recent.
So is this Bob Dylan or Neil Young or both?
Well, it's a bit of both.
Why don't you just chuck in a bit of Joan Baez singing Bob Dylan as well?
All right. Happy now?
Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. Cheers.
So I liked a lot of Neil Young stuff, and then the band, and then started listening to more Bob Dylan. And you got The Last Waltz there. That was a fave buy of mine. But actually, in terms of sort of relaxing, I really do like Joan Baez, and I really like the way it's just the purity of her voice and her really good guitar playing and how that mashes together. She's really very effective. So that moves on from kind of Bob Dylan. Well, I had a couple of Joan Baez LPs. There's a Farewell Angelina and singing Bob Dylan all day, although that's not a great copy, has to be said. And then just recently, that was her first one there, and Joan Baez 5, and really like this album. So I think I wouldn't necessarily be a completist. If they come my way, it's fine. But I think for Joan Baez, I actually would like to get all of the early stuff.
Let me show you Steve's rare Beatles collection that Tijuana brought.
Yeah,
it's not exactly worth a lot, is it? The Beatles collection.
Oh well, hang on. So this is the early Beatles collection. That's Sgt. Pepper's. Yeah, that's an original first press. I bought the Magical Mystery Tour thinking that'd be worth a lot. It's actually worthless. But yeah, the oldies is quite regarded. Yeah.
You got the Rock and Roll Music Volume 2. Where's Volume 1?
Well, hang on a minute. Yeah.
So that's a bit more like it in there.
Yeah. So we got the monos. It's still a couple of bits missing. Still low value kind of editions, but putting together one of each of the Beatles.
You haven't got the red or blue though, have you?
Yeah, hang on a minute. Yes, we have.
Yeah, that's looking pretty decent.
So I definitely didn't mean to start collecting the Beatles. We've heard them so often on the radio, and they've been played to death. But then I thought, actually for a proper collection, it might be nice just to have one of each of the studio LPs. And there's no way I'm going to be chasing after first pressings or rare pressings. So just one of each, as long as it's fairly decent condition vinyl, as cheap as possible. So it's coming on. I'm missing, as you see, I'm missing the White Album, Yellow Submarine, and still no Abbey Road. But after that, that's me done on the Beatles. Having said that, I do have the ultra rare format VHS Yellow Submarine, which is going for £1 million on Discogs.
I suppose next you're going to say you've got the inevitable solo record. Yeah, well,
I've got a bit of Paul, a little bit of Harrison there, George and John. Oh. So I thought I'd expand a lot of 80s stuff. I mean, this was a good example. Pet Shop Boys Disco. This one's got Suburbia, West End Girls on it. They managed to get the discography and introspective and a couple of copies of Please with a 12-inch as well. So bits of the 80s sort of keep expanding as well. And gradually gaining ground. Where there was once only one Human League LP. Now there's 3 in a greatest hits of Duran Duran and Heaven 17, Spandau. Back in the day, you wouldn't have seen any sort of Haircut 100 or ABC, and definitely no Wham. Next thing you know, somebody says, "Oh, Lexicon of Love is a great pressing," and look what happens. And Wham are collectible at Christmas.
Wake me up before you go get the...
So there you are. There's a few examples there of things that I didn't necessarily want to end up collecting, but then kind of did anyway. So thanks very much, and see you in the next video. Cheers.
I think this is the best thing the Beatles ever did. Oh, bloody, oh, bloody, oh, bloody, oh.